Yes, sir, we promise you a great night right here on the Andre, took shot. Wrestlemania.
How y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome to episode 3 of Square Conversations. This is the makeup show that we were supposed to do right after WrestleMania.
My bad. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
See, I didn't place any blame. I just said we had something going on.
It was my fault.
No. When one goes down, we all go down. It ain't no. I'm not letting you do that. However, we are here. We are going to talk post WrestleMania. The good, the bad, the ugly.
We already have Zoe in my lap because for some reason she was already sitting in my lap as soon as I sat down. Oh, and now that I mention her and say that we're on camera, she leaves.
I mean, that's what she does, right? That
yeah.
She came, she showed cuteness. Now she's on her way. That's Zoe in a nutshell. So
she doesn't like that I put a printer on the dresser where she normally stands and watches me.
You know what? That's a good karma. You're absolutely right. Nothing we say here should be a spoiler to anyone. True. Because if you have not watched WrestleMania by now, you just don't watch wrestling.
If they haven't watched WrestleMania yet, it's been 2 weeks now?
It definitely has been 2 weeks. And so yes, that is the silver lining. Karma, thank you so much for coming in. We had Cam come in. I see you, Cam. Thank you so much. Kuzan Mel, I appreciate you. We also
Can you get back here?
Gene, get over here. Thank you for coming in. And the best mod this side of the Mason-Dixon line, Sims Life, appreciate you. I guess we should start with the releases. I know that's like a sore subject.
I have feelings on a majority of them,
but I feel like if we get that out of the way first, them out of the way first, we can have fun with the rest of the show.
Yeah.
It let me tell you. It Lord. All right, so we have Dakota Kai was released. I didn't see that coming.
Not at all. And I hate to be one of those kind of people, but Zoe Stark's still with the company?
Bro, that's what I was just thinking.
She has no character, and blame it on the writers or whatever you want to do, but everything she's been given, she's shit. She doesn't have a character. Our creative characters in 2K have more character and passion and feeling to them than she does.
All the way down to Bart.
Yep.
All the way down to Frank. All the way down to the list goes on. I can name a bunch of
the fact that in the opening trailer we mentioned Pure Fusion Collection, and she's the only one standing from those three.
That is stupid.
Like, that's the next person on the list of releases, Shayna Baszler. Like, what?
I would have rather, to me, Shayna Baszler would have been a more believable in-ring threat if built correctly. She would have been able to compete with this new line of women that WWE has now. Especially, this is where it's really going to get real. You have an ongoing relationship with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Which, if anybody has watched that show and know anything about the Knockouts, they fight over there. It's not just wrestling. They fight over there.
I was going to say, yeah, I very rarely watch Impact. Like, I was watching it because of Trinity. And then when her and Jordan Grace left, I kind of...
They fight over there. My issue is, what's going to happen is now that Shayna Baszler's gone, they're going to put her with Jordan Grace, and that's just not going to work. It's not. Unfortunately, she cannot hold her own. Not in my eyes. She's always needed. Like, I don't see her. I'm sorry. Shayna should have stayed and she should have left. Point blank, period.
I still argue that Dakota Kai should have been the first women's Intercontinental Champion.
No, I agree. I agree.
I will argue that till I'm blue in the face because I'm sorry, why are we having to bring back Becky to elevate Lyra? Because Lyra should be elevating herself, not having to have a feud with Becky to finally get a pay-per-view match.
That whole situation was so fucking stupid. No matter whose idea it was, because I heard that it was Becky's.
Of course it was Becky's.
But instead of building to this, she
gets as much airtime as
you win the
Chelsea.
championship, lose the championship, and turn heel all within the span of 48 hours. Which would have been very much more appreciated if that shit would have happened over time.
Yeah. I feel like that would have been a perfect spot for Bayley, to be honest.
But you know what?
Because her and Bayley actually had on-screen, friendship, whereas Lyra and Becky had the on-screen NXT feud for a little while when Becky was the NXT Women's Champion, and it always goes back for some reason to Lyra idolizing Becky, and that's why they're feuding now. Like, that's why they were tag team partners for Mania, and they're now feuding because, like, Becky turned on her because they lost the title.
Made absolutely no sense. And even more so to the fact that we already was having this same dynamic, this same storyline with Bianca, Trinity, and Jade.
Yep. And it was better storytelling.
And gave a push to a point and then just dropped the shit. Like,
yeah.
Why? Like, what the fuck? It almost makes you want to crash out the way T-Pain did on his goddamn live. We already got this. Do something else.
Yeah. Which brings us to
Braun Strowman.
I was about to say the next person on the list.
We skipped Braun.
Mention legit tag teams.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that because I know you have something to say about that. But they just at this point need to stop playing with Braun's emotions.
Yeah, they
Braun,
really need to quit with him. Like
Braun has been brought back and released.
Brought him back, released him, brought him back.
This man's career has died and come back more times than Goku in goddamn Dragon Ball Z. Like, either he's gonna be here or he's not.
Yeah.
Let that man, because y'all treating him like the toxic ex-girlfriend. And he's just as stupid because he keeps going back. You know what? They're in an abusive, toxic relationship. And he's the girlfriend.
Oh, and side note, Mel, it's my Taylor Swift lover cardigan. That's what I'm wearing. And my Sims Life polo.
So, like, to be perfectly honest,
I think he was getting paid too much. That's why they released him.
So he demands so much in his contracts because he's getting paid well for the appearances that he does outside of WWE. And he has to do way less. Show up to arm wrestle somebody and push him around for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, he's good. I just need them to just stop. Like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Caden Carter and Katana Chance is a stupid move. Your women's division, your women's tag team division,
they don't have people,
is already lacking. So you release. You have a
legitimate tag team.
You release a legitimate tag team to keep these thrown together as tag teams that you just made on a whim. Like, come on. What are we doing? I don't understand. I really don't understand. And in the NXT of it all, the one that really pisses me off, because I've seen the work that she has done, and I've noticed her growth, and it really speaks to like I don't get it. Cora Jade, like, I don't understand.
So there have been some people online who are, she keeps getting injured. That's why she got released.
So was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. My thing is, they kept teasing that she was getting title matches. Like, they kept teasing it, but never actually giving her title matches. And then she's released. Somebody on the list who wasn't released, but was informed her contract wasn't going to be renewed. Shotzi. Like, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised
using her
right at all. To the point where somebody
else they released, Gigi Dolan. Like, that now leaves. That's a split from a tag team that they had thrown together that people were behind, like with Shotzi, Gigi, and Tatum. Like, that was a tag team people were getting behind. Like, they had a thing going. Mm-hmm. They were doing TNA appearances. They were doing NXT appearances.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a feeling that some of these girls that got released potentially are going to get picked up by TNA. Like,
Most likely.
they
I
probably.
almost agree with the statement that was made by Russell Talk.
I haven't heard their name in forever.
I almost agree with them that since they were being used so heavily in Impact, why not let Impact pay them?
Yeah.
But that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Like, come on.
Somebody else on the list, Ora Mensa. He hasn't been on NXT TV for a while, apparently. But he has been doing the WWE Evolve stuff. And I have a feeling the reason they released him is because they didn't want to pay him his NXT money for him doing Evolve.
Well, I would say with everything that WWE, I honestly feel like WWE has too much going on at one time.
Yeah. Oh, they do.
Because you don't enter in a contract to partner with Impact, knowing Impact was in the state that it was in, and now they're doing okay financially, and you financially completely saved AAA because it was going bankrupt, and that was the only. Don't get me wrong, the talent over there is great. The issue is bless you. The issue has always been presentation and funding. So now that they have presentation and funding, because that was part of the WWE agreement, that money has to come from somewhere, and it's not going to come from the higher ups unless you're in the writers' room, apparently, because one of the heads of creative got let go.
What?
And yeah. And so
they let go of more than just talent with this release.
So they let go of the release. They let go of the office people 2 days before they let go of talent.
Wow. That's wild.
And so they are just, it's a clusterfuck. They got too much going on, and they're spending money. Yeah, it may give us something in the long run, but these are decisions, I believe, that are going to make a difference in WWE's personal and financial pockets.
Yeah.
But gonna kind of suck for a little while for us as viewers, because like talent now needs to be restructured.
Yeah.
The writers' room now that's not saying much because they always needed a restructure.
The writers' room was always in chaos and not the fun kind.
And so,
so is this is this link the list of all of the release people?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 talents, 16 names on the release paper.
Wild.
As of Friday, May 2nd.
So we covered these five. We mentioned 1, two people off of this. They released an entire tag team an entire faction from NXT.
They sure did. They sure
They
did.
they brought them over from the UK.
They did.
To not use them.
They did.
For what, 2 years?
They pulled what is affectionately known as the Birdman move. So in Cash Money Records, Birdman would sign you to his label and basically shelve you and your project.
Just so you couldn't work.
So that you as an artist couldn't interfere with artists that he was pushing.
That's fucked up.
So that definitely, that's what I think. I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
And Jakar Jackson being released. That
one pissed me off. Her and Lash were doing such good work as a tag team. They had them going to NXT. Hell, they even had them on the main roster once or twice.
They definitely did.
They had them going to Impact. They had them challenging for the Impact Women's titles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they split up Metaphor so that they could do their own things. I thought that they were still going to keep Lash and Chikara together, and still be a tag team. Then I rewatched the promo and I'm like, wait, no, they're splitting. And we got rid of, they released Oro, and then first they released Chikara, and then they released Oro. And the wild thing that, I was just like, why are y'all putting this energy out there? Was under the promo, on Twitter, under the promo that WWE posted of them splitting, of Metaphor officially talking it out and splitting, everybody, Jakara's getting released. Jakara's, everybody was saying that. And I was like, why are y'all putting that energy out there? And then it happens.
Let me tell you, I knew that WWE didn't give a shit about Metaphor because every faction had an entrance in the WWE 2K games, with the exception of Metaphor.
Yeah. Well, Metaphor and American Made. American Made still doesn't have a tag team and doesn't have a faction entrance. They're using the Hurt Businesses entrance.
But that's because at this point, American Made is not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just Chad Gable and whoever he feels like this week.
Because they sure enough don't come out as a group anymore.
No.
They come out as a tag team, they come out as individuals, and then sometimes they come out as a 4-person group.
They need to allow the Creed brothers to be what they are.
Yeah.
They don't need Chad Gable. I find this whole El Grande Americano shit to be completely disrespectful.
Yeah.
And to have a talent, a wrestler who is great who could be a tag team and who could also be a genuine talent on his own. And you fought tooth and nail to get him here, just to give him a WrestleMania spot and let him lose in a luchador match against a joke.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that is completely disrespectful. Like, I was legitimately pissed. I don't understand the logic in that. Like, that was
You want logic from WWE?
that was definitely something. Like, if I didn't know that he truly didn't have anything to do with the company anymore, I would say that was a Vince thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like
Oh,
that.
so something a couple people mentioned during the AAA announcement. They were like, why did they have Stephanie Vicar and Andrade of like two of the people like that were on stage during that announcement? They were like, they never worked in AAA. They were part of the CMLL group of wrestlers. Like, why were both of them there doing like promotion for this partnership?
And the funny thing is, AAA, WWE has active people on their roster that actually did work with AAA. All the way down to Rey Mysterio had time in AAA. Goddamn, Penta and Ray Phoenix.
I mean, Penta and Ray were both out there during, like they had literally all of their luchador, like they had the entire faction of LWO out there except for Zelina Vega.
It was definitely giving. I hate that I'm about to say this.
Let's find all of the Hispanic wrestlers and put them out there.
Right. It was definitely giving. Oh, you look like you belong. Go ahead. Like, bro.
He learned from his father-in-law.
Oh, Jesus
That's what
Christ.
that was. He learned from his father-in-law.
Jesus Christ.
So, the list of people I noticed the four names that I noticed that I was like, oh damn. So Dakota Kai, and they released her boyfriend Eddie Thorpe.
Right.
Cora Jade, they released her boyfriend Riley Osborne.
Yep.
Like they released two of the couples in WWE, but also because I heard Cora Jade's apparently messy with the locker room. Because like that was her fourth boyfriend since her joining NXT, like from the NXT locker room. So I was like, oh
wow,
that's
alrighty.
I was like, yikes. Maybe they released her because of like trying to keep the locker room from fighting each other over who dated her. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you, the more and more I learn about the locker room and how and the talent and the stuff that they get into, the more and more I do not like. I now understood why Mark Carrano looks so stressed all the time. Like, bro,
he always looked stressed.
There was not a moment where this man did not look stressed. Even him delivering good news, even when he was delivering good news, he looked stressed
Hello? Where?
Tony, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Which also, let's
where did
talk
we
about this raid train. I mean, not raid train. This hype train that happened while we were.
Where did we get this money from? Is my question.
Thank you, Sims. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Yates, for all of the hooking. For all of the subs. I appreciate it. So now we know why you like to go to your grandma's house all the time. But you know what? I ain't mad at it. Do you, boo boo?
Ow, Zoe. No, ma'am. Your nails.
Tony, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. So yeah, like that man was always stressed.
Yeah. So the Bella's podcast the other day, they had Trinity on, and apparently they were discussing wanting to restart Total Divas, like with the Bellas, Trinity, Naya, and they were like, maybe 3 girls from the new generation of like the main roster. And I'm like, but that would mean that Brie would have to be re-signed to WWE in order for that to happen, because there's no way that WWE would sign off on their girls being on a reality show with
using
somebody
their
who's
names.
not on the contract,
Right.
like not on the company.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And to be honest, at this point, the Bella twins seem to be trying to get in by any means necessary at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to get back in good graces with everybody.
But you cannot.
Because I'm guessing
You cannot.
I'm guessing AEW didn't want Brie.
Now, saying with Triple H is petty. He don't care if you left and you said, fuck Vince, I ain't never coming. We can work something out. He's shown that.
Yeah.
He brought back CM Punk.
Yeah.
But when you say fuck WWE and fuck everybody in the office,
that's when he takes it personally.
Right. You will never see a WWE TV contract of any kind whatsoever.
Like, I have a feeling the only reason why Nikki came back was because of Netflix pushing to let her come back for the Rumble. Mm-hmm. Because she had a Netflix, she's the host of a Netflix show. Or I think the Bellas themselves the Garcia twins are the hosts of a Netflix show.
I'm not sure if they are. I don't watch.
Or it's either Nikki specifically, or it's both of them are the hosts of a Netflix show, and that's why they brought her, because they brought her back as an audience member for one of the Netflix thing, promoting to help promote the season premiere of the show,
right?
And then she was back at the Rumble.
Because every time that they're given a platform to say anything about WWE, it's always keep an eye out. We might be coming back.
Yep.
Like, bro, at this point, you've been saying it for like the last 2 years.
If that was the case, like, why weren't you back before Mania? Like, y'all could have been back before Mania to feud with make a legit tag team.
Right. Which WWE is in dire need of right now, and they're still not calling you. So, like, chances are,
because like they were supposedly supposed to have feuded with the Iconics back when the tag titles were first introduced, but something happened with Nikki, I think, to where she couldn't come back.
Was that? No,
like her injury had like gotten re-aggravated or something.
That's because she won't stop using that move.
Yeah,
like the doctor told her, and I'm pretty sure since you watched Total Divas.
They told her to stop using the rack attack.
Yeah,
altogether. Not even modify it. Stop using it.
And she will not like. She's
like a modified version. A modified version is still like, yes, she's not landing on her knees and like impacting her neck anymore, but she was still putting people on her shoulders.
Right.
Like that's still putting weight on your shoulders that you don't need to put. Like you don't need to do.
Yeah. So like it. I don't think that they will be able to make a comeback. I don't see that being a thing. Being perfectly honest, I just don't.
I don't see a full blown comeback. I see them making appearance. You know, Evolution 2 appearance, Rumble appearance, maybe a SummerSlam.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't.
But like a full blown comeback, win the titles, have them for a couple, like 2 months, 3 months. I don't see that happening.
Right, I don't see that.
But then again, one half of the women's tag team champions currently is off filming a movie.
That didn't make sense to me.
Like, why give her the title?
Why is she allowed to take off
while holding the title?
Yeah. You know why?
Oh, Liv. Liv's in a, like, apparently she's in it's an indie film, but, like, the indie film company is, like, a major indie film company. So, like, they're known for their movie. I think it was A24 or something like that is the name of the production company. She's been in, like, she's done a few parts. I mean, she's proven she can act with all the damn different characters they've given her with WWE. Like, she's done pretty well with all of the different characters they've tried to give her. Or they've written and then changed their minds and changed. So I feel like she can, like, she's gonna do decent.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But why give her the title and then let her go film a movie? Like, what happened to y'all always writing injury storylines to let people go do movies? Like, that's what I had a feeling that was potentially what they were doing with Bianca, with, like, the broken hand, like, you know, her broken finger. Like, she can't wrestle because she's got 2 fingers in a splint. I'm pretty sure she's wrestled with worse injuries.
Yeah. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It definitely don't make sense to me. But hey, it's a new era.
Is it a new era? Or is it the same bullshit that they're just slapping a new coat of paint on?
Um. So
Wrestlemania.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
So I don't even remember. So what match opened night one? It was. Was it the Gunther J match?
I believe so.
Like, he won the Rumble. The Rumble used to mean main event, not just a world title opportunity. It meant main event of WrestleMania. Why the fuck was it the opening match? Why? I'm happy Jay won. I'm not happy about the aftermath of all of that because why are we now getting Pat McAfee versus Gunther at Backlash? Why?
Who wants to see that? I don't. It's not a knock to Pat McAfee.
No,
because Pat McAfee can go
but like I'd rather see Wade Barrett versus get Wade Barrett back in the ring.
I would severely pop to hear, sorry, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
One more time. It's the same feeling I felt when James Storm came back after being out of the ring so long, and he was like, you wasn't expecting it, and all you heard was, sorry for your damn luck. It was like, yo, this is dope. Like,
also, since when do they let the wrestlers put their hands on commentary the way they did, that Gunther did that with Monday Night Raw?
That's another issue I have, because
since when do y'all take it so personal? Since when do y'all take it so personally when commentary talks shit about y'all? The only person I've ever known that really goes back and forth with commentary was Bayley. And that was more of she was petty and shaved Michael Cole's name in her head and stuff like that and called him a stupid idiot. That was about it.
Well,
she never put her hands on him.
And The Miz.
Oh yeah.
But I also have
things that The Miz does. To be honest,
I also don't like it because Gunther is known for being the heaviest handed, hardest hitter in the company. So to allow him, even in kayfabe, to assault the commentary people, he could have easily hurt them.
Yeah.
And not realized it.
Yeah.
Because Gunther doesn't have there
is no in between with him.
I would say Gunther probably has the numbest hands in the business.
It's all or nothing. I think, with him.
Right. When what was his name in WWE? The Swiss Superman.
Cesaro.
When Cesaro and Gunther were, on the same show, they were asking people, well, who hits the hardest? It was a tie between those two. And ultimately, Xavier Woods said, no, Gunther hits harder.
Damn.
And so I don't like that. That was not a good look in my opinion. I also didn't care for the way people seemed to turn on Jay as soon as he won.
Oh, we knew that was happening. We knew that was happening.
Like
It was gonna happen. Like, let's be real. Daniel Bryan said it best with that one promo. The fans are fickle. They claim they want one thing, and then as soon as they get it, oh no, that's not what we wanted. We wanted this to happen. Shut up.
I think I have that clip somewhere. Let me see. Do I have the fecal?
I thought it was a sound command.
It used to be.
Said they were fickle. They're fickle.
Oh, you can't hear it, but yeah.
No.
But no, I don't understand, to be perfectly honest. Oh, y'all heard it? I just couldn't hear it. Okay, good.
Then we got a sponsored match. Next.
Nope. Speak on it.
They looked like fucking clowns. They looked like a third grade class did their gear. And it was a sponsored match. Like, what was the supposed budget for this sponsored match if it was supposed to be paid for by, what was it, Clash of Clans or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, give them real fucking clothing. Meanwhile, you had a great TLC match on SmackDown. Yup. The SmackDown after Mania, they had an amazing fucking TLC match. But we got the New Day versus the War Raiders in a sponsored Clash of Clans. They came out in, looked like cardboard gear, covering their basic ass gear that they normally wear. At WrestleMania? It's Wrestle fucking Mania. You come with your best when it comes to gear. You come out looking as good as you fucking can. And that's an insult to Minecraft. That's an insult to Minecraft. Because it was bad. Like, it was worse than that. But, like, I'm sorry, we've created better gear in 2K that could have been used as Viking gear for a sponsored Clash of Clans match. Also, apparently that match was only 9 minutes. 9 minutes and 15 seconds.
It was a pointless match about what to do about nothing.
All to give the New Day the titles, and what have they been doing since? Like, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but
everybody else has gotten something to do to bide their time for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, New Day just don't.
No.
Meanwhile, we got the Street Profits over here putting in work and doing and actually fighting matches.
Yeah.
We got Jacob Fatu, who may not be putting on many matches, but
he's showing up and
doing shit.
They're trying too hard. Yeah, they are.
The issue is New Day, I think, does not have the capacity to be serious heels. Even when they were heels before, it was the fun heels. It was the we like to joke, but we gonna cheat.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I miss that New Day. that New Day could pull this off.
Yeah, they're not funny now. Like they're trying to be too serious, and they're not a serious team. Like
you can't joke around for goddamn near 20 plus years, and then all of a sudden
say, "I want to be taken seriously."
Right? Like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. So I unfortunately, and I thought that, like, I was rooting for the New Day.
I wanted them to win.
I wanted them to win, but I needed a follow up. I needed something to happen.
Yeah,
and it did not happen. The triple threat with Io Sky, Bianca, and Rhea.
I don't. The fact that Bianca was the one who took the fucking pin.
Yeah.
It pissed me off.
It does more
Rhea
damage.
is the one who took most of the damage from taking a finisher, and she ended up taking the brunt of Io's finisher as well. So she took two finishers, but why was Bianca the one who got pinned? Also, Rhea could pull I didn't get pinned. I didn't submit. I just lost the match because somebody else got pinned. So I still deserve a title shot. No, fuck you. Go back to the back of the line. You lost. Go back to the back of the line. Feud for something else. Give Io a new opponent.
I don't get why.
I said my piece on that.
I don't get why Bianca is getting shit on. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
We know why the fans are shitting on her, because they're fucking racist. Plain and simple. They're redneck racist asshats who, because of the not getting into all of that stuff. Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
I needed more from that match.
It was only a 9-minute match.
I needed more.
It was a 9-minute and 20-second match. A lot of people were upset about Naomi's new music. Apparently, Naomi on Twitter said, "I love my new music. I helped pick it. Like, why are y'all mad?" Actually, Gene, if you go look at like Wikipedia and see the times, like the timestamps, night one had a lot of super short matches. First one was 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Next one was 9 minutes, 15 seconds, 9 minutes, 20 seconds, 10:40, 7:55, 19:05, and then 32:55. Like, that doesn't compare to 14:25, 13:55, 10:30. We do have the one exception of the 3-minute and 10-second match. 17:50, 8:40, 21:40. Like, night one had the same amount of matches, but night one felt rushed.
Because it was rushed. It definitely was rushed.
Karma, could you send me that fan-made song if you have a link to it by any chance? Because I would be interested in hearing it.
I needed more from that match. I needed more from the feud. I needed more. They had a phenomenal
the feud is
starting.
still the feud's still going. Like they're still fighting each other, even though they had the WrestleMania blow-off match. They're still feuding. Like they're having a match with Nia versus Jade to find out which one of them's number one contender for Tiffany's belt for Backlash. I guarantee Naomi's gonna interrupt in the match, and somehow it's gonna be a fatal 4-way. Because that's what they seem to be doing with all the title matches at Backlash is fatal 4-way, fatal 4-way, fatal 4-way. Or at least they're doing a fatal 4-way for the United States title. I think they were saying something about the Intercon. I don't know if Dom's defending his title at Backlash or not. But, like, they love doing multi-person matches for no reason.
Listen, I despise the multi-man. It's okay to do it, but don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Like, it just, especially when you're trying to do like a championship matches at Backlash are supposed to be the result of ongoing unfinished feuds from WrestleMania.
Yeah, like if there was a wonky finish at WrestleMania, like say let's just go with the Charlotte Tiffany match. If there would have been a wonky finish of somebody interrupting that match, Charlotte then gets a rematch at Backlash because that would have continued the story because Charlotte didn't get a fair match potential. You know what I mean? Like that would have been something to make sense.
Right.
But Tiffany unfortunately beat Charlotte clean. Unfortunately.
One thing that I do like is the slow build that they're doing between Solo and Jacob. Because you know that at some point Jacob gonna punch Solo in his shit at some point.
I was about to say, is that one of the matches for Backlash? I mean, like, that's the Fatal 4-Way, if I'm not mistaken, is, oh no, it's Drew McIntyre. Why is Drew involved? He wasn't even... I watched highlights, because I'm gonna be honest, I fell asleep during SmackDown last night. I slept. Like, I went to sleep early for myself. But, like, why was Drew involved? Like, he wasn't involved in any of the fights, anything. It was LA, Damian, Jacob, and Solo.
Yes. So,
why?
Because it's Drew McIntyre.
Hold up, he was the number one contender? When did that get decided?
He fought I could, God damn it.
Thank you, Karma. Also, so the person who created that, who created the song, I wouldn't consider it fan made because, like, he has worked for WWE before. Josiah. He apparently did a song for Trinity. Like, like I wouldn't consider it fan made because he is a former WWE person.
Former music
But
producer for WWE.
yeah, he was a former music producer. He's done a lot of like remixes of like he's done a lot of remixes of songs for WWE superstars with the hashtag Wrestle Flow. His music is awesome.
So yeah,
But technically fan made because he no longer is with WWE. Which I don't agree with him not being with WWE anymore.
So he fought LA Knight.
Oh.
And LA Knight lost. Because they got
it must have been after the Monday the Friday after Mania.
So for some reason, every time that they have like a number one contenders match or something to do with Solo's title, Solo's been getting involved. And then
you mean Jacob's title?
That's what I mean. Yeah, Jacob's title. Solo's been getting involved. And then Solo has to come out and save. I mean, Jacob has to come out and save Solo.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's just it's like having two dogs, one's a pit bull, one's a chihuahua. And the chihuahua is always getting into shit, and then the pit bull is like, here this motherfucker go again.
Damn, not a chihuahua and a pit bull. Oh boy. That's great.
So but at some point, Solo and Jacob are gonna come to blows.
Oh, it's gonna be an amazing match.
Because Solo is already saying that it was his idea, or it was his doing. It was him. He's the reason why Jacob is the champion. And so,
gotcha.
Yeah, so Solo's career is going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
We can skip over that next match. I'm looking at like the results page right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about a majority of night one already, but we could skip over one of those matches because fuck that match. It shouldn't have happened.
What match are you talking about?
The lucha match. That match.
I forgot that happened. I forgot that happened on night one. To be perfectly honest, like I knew it happened. I remember that it happened.
It was the shortest. It was the shortest match of night one. Of night one being 7 minutes and 55 seconds.
That shit was completely disrespectful, and I understand why actual luchadors, were and are upset.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Like
that should have been the 3-minute match. To be honest,
Then
we had.
I'm not even Hispanic, and that pissed me off. Like I had that been part of my culture.
It should
have that been part of my culture. My blood would have been boiling. Like, there is no way in 2025 that we should be doing this at all. Like, no, not at all. It's not even funny.
No.
It's not funny. And the timing of it was horrendous. Watch this match that we make fun of luchadors while simultaneously announcing that we just bought one of the major indie luchador companies in quite possibly the world.
Yeah.
Because AAA has been the backbone of luchador wrestling for a very, very, very long time. Like, bro, that shit.
And I have a feeling like that match wasn't rehearsed. Like, you know how, they always like, oh yeah, they rehearse all these, they rehearse all of them, all that stuff. I have a feeling that match was not rehearsed because it felt like Rey Fenix got told last minute, oh, Mysterio's injured, you're taking his spot because your name's Rey as well, so let's go ahead, just throw you in there. We're already billing it as El Grande versus Rey.
Probably because Rey Mysterio realized this is happening on WrestleMania, and we're going to be announcing the AAA thing exactly around the time of your match. And he was like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But Rey Fenix being new, hey, back up.
He can't say no.
Right. Sorry.
What
Gambit just...
Him want attention.
No. He want to eat stuff off the floor.
Oh no. We don't eat stuff off the floor.
Mm-mm. So,
and then we had the Battle of the Blondes. I'm sorry, but the same thing that I got on the War Raiders about with the gear. Tiffany, sweetheart.
I hated her gear.
It looked like something she's already worn. It was very basic. I know that it's probably not a good idea for people to criticize like the looks. Barbie 1 and Barbie 2. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They had the old model and the new model.
What I will say is this match showed us more about Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
I will say that she brought out a different side of herself that I did not see before.
See, I'm messy, and I want to know which one you think look like they belonged from the dollar store.
She wears her battle scars very well. And for the time that they were in the ring, she allowed the match to get brutal, and she never slowed down, and she matched the energy. So, yeah. Like,
I still feel like Charlotte's working too safe. Like, she's working
yes, absolutely,
overly cautious.
Absolutely.
Which I said that she needs to get out of her head, but there isn't anything that anybody can do to get her out of her head.
But you remember on the last show, that's what I said. Remember, I said she doesn't seem like she trusts her body.
Yeah.
She's working super safe because she doesn't want to get injured again.
Which is valid.
I mean, yeah, but also,
that's the name of the game.
Right.
There is a possibility of injury no matter what. Heck, there's a possibility of injury if you just walking around your house.
True.
Like, you take one wrong step and fuck up your ankle.
Or your knee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I get it. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate you. It was a decent match plagued by horrible gear.
I'm sorry, Charlotte was wearing the NXT special.
Damn.
Charlotte was wearing the NXT special when it came with her gear. No, every single NXT girl is wearing the strappy top, the shorts with the leg garter nonsense to try to
look like they got ass.
Like, yes. and Charlotte was wearing that's the NXT special. She was wearing it. Charlotte needs to go back to whoever her gear designer is and say, "Hey, let's go back to my old NXT. Like, go back to your old NXT style or your early days of main roster. Like, bring back some of the classics." Orton did it.
What was funny about her garter was that it was supposed to make it look like, to lift it up to make it look like she had a head. But her back is so flat that there were some times where that bitch was like stupid loose. And it was just hanging there at some point.
Whoever did her gear didn't like, are you sure about this?
She ain't got no real friends in WWE. They let her go out like that.
Obviously,
everybody want to be.
Apparently, Nia Jax and her aren't friends anymore, IRL, because of backstage bullshit. Because supposedly, Nia was supposed to be the one in the match at WrestleMania, and it wasn't even supposed to be Tiffany as champion. It was supposed to be Nia as champion and Jade as the challenger. That was the supposed match that Nia got told. And I'm like, who told you? Like, who specifically told you that this was going to be the match? And I think that might actually come to light during the new reality show or whatever, the behind the scenes show that Netflix is doing, which people are upset about.
I hate that idea. Did I mention I hate that idea?
Valid. We don't need more behind the scenes.
I thought didn't Triple H say in one of his press conferences that he was working to close the curtain back more because he wants the old days of people like the shock and awe. Did he not say that?
We don't need to listen to him.
Now he's like, fuck that curtain. Fold that bitch up.
There's a curtain? It's a clear shower liner. That's what that is.
It's not after this show. There's not even going to be a shower liner. Water's just going to be hitting the fucking floor. We don't even have a fucking bathroom mat to catch it. It's just going to be goddamn water all over the place. And better hope and pray that your shower not upstairs because your toilet going to come down from the goddamn ceiling and crash into your kitchen. Like, I don't understand why this is a thing. I don't understand why this is a thing. I really don't.
I'm gonna watch it, but I agree. Like, why do we need? Why do we need more behind the scenes?
I'd rather watch LFG. I wish LFG was the show that was on Netflix.
Yeah,
and then and this behind the curtain shit need to go whatever network that the LFG is currently on. That's how I feel. Yeah, that should be behind the curtain shit should be on A&E, and LFG should be on Netflix. That's how I feel.
You know Netflix is all about their documentaries. That's what that is.
But it's not going to be a documentary. It's going to be
Yeah.
a series.
I feel like it should just be a one-off, like 4 or 5 episode, like build to WrestleMania. That's it, and then call it a fucking day. Never watched LFG. Is it any fun to watch? I've only watched one episode, and it was the episode where they chose their teams. And then I've seen clips, and like one of the clips that I've seen was not a good. Like it painted Mickey James in a terrible light. And that's actually apparently she's not going to be back for season 2. And she's being replaced by Michelle McCool for season 2.
I believe that not Mickey James. I believe that LFG is probably what Tough Enough should have evolved into.
Mm.
Because
Actually
literally
having the coaches be like,
because
oh yeah, she was.
Literally, LFG is what you would get if you took a film camera into these gyms and you saw the kids working and trying to develop. And
Yeah.
Now, albeit it would be at a slower slower pace, and they wouldn't be trying to put these kids in wrestling matches in the dark and shit. But who came up with that shit? Like
they gotta hurry up and like train them. And be like, all right, you gotta learn this so that you can actually get on NXT or get on Evolve and then get on NXT.
I do get it. Like shit, the idea of shit is gonna happen around you. But the only thing that matters is this match. And if something happens and you get a call from the curtain and the referee tells you, hey, you got to go an extra 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever the case may be, you need to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And the crowd can't know that that's not what was actually slated. I get that. I understand all of that. I understand the premise behind it, but filming it just looked silly.
I
get it because
you need to catch up on it because I haven't been watching. Is this a spoiler for the end? They were on. What? Oh wow! I'm gonna be honest. I think I didn't watch Stand and Deliver.
To be honest. Yeah,
I watched clips because we were doing Pokemon Go stuff during Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. There's just so much wrestling that's happening right now. Like, there's just so much going. It's just so much going on.
And I'm gonna be honest, I fell asleep during the triple threat match because I was tired by then.
Oh yeah.
I do know the outcome because I did go back and skim through it. I didn't actually watch the whole match. I just kind of browsed it and saw the finish. Loved it. Paul Heyman's the ultimate fuck you to everybody.
But
at the same time, why? Why do we need Paul Heyman with Seth?
It's the only thing that would have made sense. If he's going to leave Roman, or if they're done with the whole Roman thing. It's the only thing that made sense because now Seth is gonna be getting his own faction,
Yeah.
and so I'm assuming.
Congratulations on that.
I'm assuming once Jacob slapped the shit out of Solo, it's probably going to be Roman that kind of makes peace with everybody. Um, because I would like to see, because Seth right now has Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. They were teasing Rusev, but I'm not sure about it.
Why?
But if Rusev does become a part of it, that's some heavy hitters. I would like to see like a match between, especially like a Rusev and Jacob match would be fun.
That would be interesting.
A real match between Jacob and Braun Breaker would be dope. Because at this point, when you talk about mid card, without in a one-on-one scenario, unless you nerf Jacob, who's really beating Jacob?
I don't mid card wise. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like mid card wise, like your LA Knights, your the current mid card status. Who's beating Jacob?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Because it sure ain't LA Knight. Like, I hate to say it, but
it wasn't LA Knight.
nope.
Yeah. So I was actually surprised that they gave the title to Jacob this early, but I'm not mad at
You're
it.
surprised?
Well, it was one of them things where you like, I hope this happens, but knowing the current state of WWE, it probably won't. That type of situation. I'm glad that it happened because they gave LA Knight the title. That's what we wanted. We wanted LA Knight to have his moment. He did, but LA Knight has proven that he doesn't need a title to be who he is.
Yeah.
Actually, he gets a bigger pop.
The rumblings
when he's not
supposedly he is supposedly the rumblings for Money in the Bank are him and supposedly Naomi.
Winning champions?
Winning Money in the Bank. Like winning the briefcases.
If they slow burn this storyline between Jade and between the big three, if they slow burn this, that would be an awesome move. But they got to do it right. Like it's got to be done correctly. It honestly has to be done correctly. Like, get out of these girls' way and just let them do their thing. Because it seems like when
telling Triple H to
when
get
they-
out of the way, that's all he does.
it seems like when they don't touch them and they just let them go, it's phenomenal. It only gets fucked up when they get involved. And so just let them.
So that's actually one thing that I wanted to mention from earlier. I saw Gene had posted like, and Natty's still with the company. So
Natty's not going anywhere. Natty
she
is
is not going anywhere.
not
Like,
only
I'm
is she locker
pretty
room
sure
mom.
her and TJ have a like guaranteed, like, they are going to be around for the like, they're gonna end up, she's gonna end up becoming a producer eventually.
Not only is she locker room mom, she's basically a producer now.
Yeah.
But she also works with people for their matches.
So she, we've all been shitting on Natty as far as her WWE career.
Mhm.
The promo that she posted for whatever her next match is with the indie scene, because she's doing like sporadic indie stuff. Like, she did the Bloodsport match. She's apparently doing something with NWA, I think. There's a tournament match, like some type of tournament match that she's doing. The promo that she cut for that, like, I was like, give me this version of Natty on WWE TV, and let her do it.
Or let WWE, because they need it. Let WWE purchase NWA and keep them as the YouTube show that they are.
No more purchasing companies.
No. Listen to me. Because NWA is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is a studio produced show on YouTube. The formula is there. The cult following is there. That's literally what it is. It's cult wrestling.
Oh, okay.
And it's that old school WCW Monday Night War produced in an actual TV studio, not like live event, pre-recorded. That's what that is.
Like NXT used to be.
No, but when I say studio, I mean like the old school setup, like as if it was, them shows they used to. This was televised in front of the studio audience. That shit. That's what NWA is.
Gotcha.
Keep it that way.
I'm gonna give that show a chance then.
Keep it that way.
Especially if you said it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So
it went back to YouTube. They had a TV deal. The TV deal expired, and now they're back on YouTube.
Damn.
And literally, it's full of people who either were too problematic for WWE directly, or just didn't cut it. Because like Tyrus is or was there. Matt Cardona shows up there sometimes. He had their belt for a while.
Okay. So my brother probably knows a lot of the people there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, and that's a shameless plug for me, because I just found out that my brother knows a fuck ton of indie wrestlers. I literally found out right before WrestleMania that my brother, like, I knew my brother knew a couple of wrestlers. Like, he knew like Effie and like a few of the indie scene people, but he legitimately has Matt Cardona's fucking phone number. Like, I'm like, huh? You mean you have Duke Hudson's phone number? You have Like, you're trying to get Tegan Knox to one of your, like, he's trying to get Tegan Knox to show up to a convention that he's helping put on in Charlotte. What the fuck? He literally called me night 2 of WrestleMania, like a couple hours before Mania started, just to quickly say hi and bye, because he was with Alicia fucking Fox, knowing that she's one of my favorite wrestlers from that era. Like,
And
we
she's
literally had
actually-
that conversation,
And she's back on TV now.
and she said hi to me. Like, I was like, I'm sorry, Zoe, I'm calming down.
Yeah,
But like, she's back on Impact as Victoria Crawford, which is her real name. Which I feel like I'm surprised they didn't go with like a different name. Like, she's been going by Vix Crow in the indie scene. Like, you know, with reality of wrestling, like, she's been doing a bunch of indie stuff. But like, she's now back on wrestling TV with Impact, and I'm excited for her.
Speaking of reality of wrestling, guess who stepped in the ring here recently?
Who?
Queen Charmel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And not with Booker.
By herself?
By herself.
Good for her. I was about to say, isn't she technically the one running running
the
everything?
office side, yeah.
Since he's not there all the time.
Him and
Because of WWE.
her and Stevie. Her and Stevie. Because when I called, the 2 times I called there, one time she answered the phone, one time Stevie.
wow.
One time Book answered the phone, and another time Stevie answered the phone. Because my stepson at the time, he was going to that school.
Okay.
But yeah, it was dope to see her like actually in a ring cutting promos again. But
that was my WrestleMania moment. Was getting to be on a FaceTime call, even if it was only like a 30-second like hi bye situation. That was my WrestleMania moment.
it is.
And the fact that my brother works with all of these people, like, he has a whole website with like signed autographs from like Ron Simmons. He has stuff from Jerry the King Lawler. Like, it's a lot. And I'm about to post his site in the chat.
All right.
Go support my brother and the indie wrestlers that he helps out and supports. Like, he actually got to watch WrestleMania with the WWE ID, like, you know, the WWE ID program.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they had a house out in Vegas that, like, all of the people who are part of the ID program stayed in, or at least, like, they were at during the weekend. And he got to go to that house and watch Mania with the WWE ID program people.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was like, oh, that's what you're doing. Where was my invite? I could have easily taken off work and said, hey, this is my vacation time. And they would have dealt with it. They wouldn't have, but they would have.
Another thing that was it was a fun moment, but it was fucked up when I sat when I sat with it, I realized how fucked up it was. Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry.
I loved it, but at the same time, why was it only 3 minute? Was it a
That's
3 minute?
that's the part that's fucked up.
match?
That's the part that's
Like,
fucked up. And then as he's
they supposedly would not let Joe Hendry have a feud with the Miz on the main roster because they knew he was gonna lose. Like, they didn't want him losing, but then they have him lose in a 3 minute match to Randy Orton at the grandest stage of them all.
and be
But you know
mocked
what?
at the end of the match.
I mean, it's Randy Orton. What do you expect?
But
If
yeah,
he didn't do the pose, I would have been disappointed. I know he probably, like, Joe Hendry probably was like, yes, do it.
I'm pretty sure Joe Hendry enjoyed himself. I there's no doubt in my mind that, because Joe Hendry seems like just that type of person. He
went from being Rusev's lawyer to then having a match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania while being the Impact World Champion.
The funny thing about that gimmick was he was basically about to be released. And yeah, he was about to be released because he couldn't figure out how to get that push. He comes up with this song, and the song is what did it.
Oh wow. That's wild.
Yeah,
and that song is the reason.
There was a interview when he talks about it. He's like, yeah, that song saved my career.
So he's been with Impact since 2018. Or well, he was in Impact from 2018 to 2019, and then he went to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he worked at Ring of Honor in 2016, World of Sport Wrestling, then Impact, then back to Ring of Honor, and then now he's back at Impact.
Mm-hmm.
So, when did he almost get released with Impact for the song? Was that?
I don't remember the time frame.
Gotcha.
I do remember seeing parts of that interview.
37?
Mm-hmm.
The white hair really makes him look a lot older. I'm gonna be honest. That platinum blonde, almost white, makes him look way older. But yeah, that was the fact that the Logan Paul match,
I was going to ask if you wanted to skip that one,
was 17, almost 18 minutes. 10 seconds shy of 18 minutes.
It's because of Prime.
I don't give a rat's fucking ass about their goddamn nasty ass coconut water beverage. I also, it doesn't help that I don't like coconut, and I always tell people I'm allergic to coconut, so they don't even offer it. So, like, yeah, fuck him, fuck his drink. You can bleep all of that when you post this to Spotify.
No, it's staying.
You don't get in trouble.
It's staying.
Okay.
Staying.
Gotcha. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying somewhat, in case anybody's listening that wants to sponsor us and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Then again, if they want to sponsor us, they need to know that I have a terrible, terrible mouth. So you get what you get sometimes.
Yeah. So on that note, replays of the show are now going to anywhere that you get your podcast.
Oops, my bad.
So,
I should let you tell them that first.
Your Spotify's, your Apple Music's, your iHeartRadios, all of that stuff. There will
go follow us everywhere.
Yeah, we also have, and this is probably the first time Yates knows this. There's also a Square Conversations Facebook page. You can follow us there too. So
I don't even get on Facebook, so
so we are quite literally everywhere.
Go follow us, or I'll get Danny on you.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And also that QR code at the bottom here, it works. So if you want WWE merch, we do get a kickback from that.
Yes, I am scared of Danny. She kicks. There was one time that I got kicked, like the one time I met her, she kicked me like twice, if I'm not mistaken. I did give her a bear hug that like she said hurt, but like that was payback for the kicks.
Yes, indeed. But I think
we skipped that. We're skipping that match. All I wanted to mention was why the fuck was it the second longest match of night 2?
Because of Prime.
Then we got Bird Lady and Big Red versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. It was a match. It was Bird Lady and Big Red versus Liv and Raquel. They won the titles to hold them for less than 24 hours. Why?
Because it's Becky.
But yet, there's problems when Charlotte comes back to get a title match. Like, she only got a title match because her last name's Flair. Well, Becky Lynch got a title match because why? What's y'all's reasoning for Becky getting her title match?
I will
because
say
she didn't earn it. She doesn't deserve it. Bayley's the one who helped win that damn gauntlet match to earn that title opportunity.
All of that's true. What I will say though is Becky looked great.
I mean, she's been taking a nap for the past couple months. Of course she looks great.
But the last time we saw her, she was pale. She was small. Like her already tight ass clothes were loose. Like she had lost a lot of weight. Like she looked sick.
Also, Seth needs to quit stretching her clothes out. Like, get your own wardrobe.
Yeah. Stay out of your wife's closet. That's no. Stay out of your wife's closet.
But yeah, like I still feel like this feud that's going on with Lyra could have easily been Bayley instead of Becky. Like, Bayley could have turned on Lyra because Lyra lost the title match at the, let them win the titles and then give them the rematch and then have Lyra take the pin, Bayley get pissy, attack her and be like, you lost us this match. Like, I need to quit depending on people, and then boom, have her feud for the Intercontinental title. And finally give her something to do instead of you fake injuring her because she's not actually injured. Y'all just didn't want her in the match for some odd fucking reason. And y'all wanted to give Becky the title match. Like, I don't understand. Because she's apparently not Bayley's not legitimately injured right now.
No.
Like, I don't understand. Also, it would have made more sense if they would have brought Tatum up as Lyra's mystery tag partner because, like, I liked Lyra and Tatum as a team for the little bit of time that they were a team. But also, I like Tatum because she's crazy as fuck.
I liked the angle that Karrion Kross was having with AJ Styles. But there needs to be a follow-up.
Yeah.
They need to do something with that.
They need to do something with Karrion Kross. There,
period.
That's the full sentence. Like, they need to let
ideas.
They need to let Scarlett wrestle.
His ideas are not bad.
She did have good matches in Impact.
Like, his ideas are not bad. Like, his issue literally is poor booking.
Yes.
Literally, that's the one thing that I can because like people say that all the time. Like, if it wasn't for the writers, this is the one time I mean it. Like, his career is in the toilet because the writers keep him there.
Yeah.
I don't know who he pissed off and what he did.
He pissed somebody off.
But like that shit's crazy. That shit is insane. I don't know.
And see that one promo, the one promo that he did with I don't remember who it was with, but I saw it was posted on WWE's Twitter account, where like him and Scarlett sat down with somebody backstage. Apparently, like, that wasn't scripted, because like Scarlett's face apparently was like, "What are you doing? What are you saying?" Like, well, unless it was scripted and they didn't tell her.
Oh, you're talking about where he basically was like, "Fuck y'all, you're welcome."
Yeah.
No, that wasn't scripted at all.
Like, because she looked like, "What are you doing? You're going to end up getting us released," is like what her face looked like.
Mm-hmm. Because he will. And at this point, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Because, like, you brought me back
to do nothing.
Promising me this, but even under the new regime,
brought him back, gave him a faction, released most of his faction, or actually no, released his entire faction minus him and his wife. And now, what are they doing?
Not a goddamn thing.
Like, the feud with the Wyatts went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was a perfect like setup for some type of some type of multi-person intergender match, because they had Nikki Cross that could have worked with Scarlett for the match.
What I don't understand for the life of me is, just because your Uncle Howdy is injured, why are we keeping the entire faction on the shelf?
I don't understand. My thing is,
there's so much that can be done there.
Is he injured to the point that he can't even come out there and cut promos?
There's so much that can be done.
Or film vignettes, like,
that he doesn't need to. Literally, they could run amok and run roughshod through their show, to build up an eventual return of Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
That's what Bray would have done. Like,
he would have easily said, no, keep them going.
yeah, it doesn't stop him from writing out ideas. It doesn't stop him from building. Because at this point, who's gonna care about the Uncle
When
Howdy
they
stuff?
return, nobody. I'm only going to care when Alexa returns and takes over, because that's supposedly what's happening.
It was exciting. It was dope, and then it didn't deliver. It didn't deliver, and that's where we are.
Unfortunately.
That's like it. Even when they come back, it's going to be trash.
It's not going to be as impactful because they let all the momentum die.
Mm-hmm. They shelved everybody. And that's just crazy.
So the last match, you're going to have to tell me what happened, because I fell asleep again. I'm going to be on. Like, I fell asleep halfway through. Like, I started falling asleep right after the Joe Hendry match, like the Randy Orton Joe Hendry match. So I missed the entire AJ Styles Logan Paul match. I woke up, watched a little bit of the Becky Lyra Judgment Day match, and watched the finish of that. And then a commercial hit, and I fell back asleep. So I missed like Cena's entrance, I missed Cody's entrance, and then I woke up right before the finish. That's it.
Cena didn't really have an entrance. He walked down to the ring, no lights, no nothing. I think
So a dick move.
They did play his song, I think, but there was no
fanfare to it.
Yeah, no fanfare to it. Everything was black.
He said, "You know what? Let's wrap this up. I'm done. I'm ready to go."
Cody had the whole big bang of it all. Travis Scott got involved. Cena took advantage.
Why? Why? I'm tired of these celebrities getting involved in the matches that they have no business getting involved.
Last time we saw Travis Scott in the ring, he looked so high that you could visibly see them putting him in the spot that he was supposed to be in. And so, and what I don't understand, just to get off of that match for a second, is why is it that every time Jey Uso wins a title match and he has to go into the press conference, he is so fucking hammered?
That's why they gave him his match so early, is so that he could drink the rest of the day.
But that doesn't do him any favors.
Not at all.
Then he comes up in the press conference and looks like a babbling idiot because he didn't had too much time on his hands to do whatever the fuck he wanted. In Vegas, of all places. Now, granted, it's not really their fault because he's a grown man. He should be able to know. He should be able to control himself. But if you know he has a problem,
why are y'all essentially supplying the prop? Like, they could have easily put him in a space in the locker room that had no access to alcohol, and said, "Hey, wait till after the show and then go party."
Like that shit. It's gonna be real bad if he's doing something come 42
Mm.
in New Orleans. Ain't shit to do in New Orleans but drink and eat.
Mm.
It's
How far away is New Orleans driving wise from where I am? I gotta look that up.
But yeah, the Cody match and the Cody and Cena match. To be quite honest, to me, wasn't anything real special. Like there was no wow. There was no wow factor in this match.
Gotcha.
There was no wow factor in this match whatsoever. I, as a matter of fact,
she jumped back up because of some thunder.
Oh, okay. As a matter of fact, there is no his last match. I think is scheduled for the show in Perth. I think.
Oh boy.
And so,
so where is that? When is the Perth match?
And so it didn't have to be big. Even though it main evented, he claims that it was not impactful and it was done that way on purpose.
Oh, okay. So supposedly, or at least that what they're saying is, so it's Crown Jewel that's going to be in Perth in October, which is weird that they're doing Crown Jewel in Perth and not in Riyadh like they normally do.
I think Saudi Arabia's getting a different show.
Yeah, they're getting one of the Rumbles. I think they're getting a Royal Rumble, if I'm not mistaken.
So, Louisiana as a state, Gene, is a wet state. So you can go to Walgreens, CVS, Walmart.
What?
You can go to all of these different places and get hard liquor.
Wow.
You can get hard liquor anywhere in almost any store as long as it's not Sunday.
That explains why one of my adopted sisters, her mom, like, moved back to Louisiana a couple of years ago. That explains it.
Yeah, so and that's why I say that it's going to be worse for Jay at 42.
Yeah.
Because he is so accessible. You know what I mean? Like it's everywhere. But yeah, the Cody Rhodes and John Cena match, nothing special.
So we've already got 4 matches announced for Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
We have John Cena versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Randy's winning that, right?
Yeah.
That way, Cena's not retiring as the champion, and he can't take the title home.
Actually, no. I don't think I don't think Cena gives up the belt until Perth.
Oh, okay. Then we got Lyra versus Becky. I don't care.
Becky's probably losing.
As she should, because she shouldn't be the mid-card champion.
But also, Becky is a draw, so she could win.
Yeah.
Same thing that they did with Seth and why he kept that belt for so long.
Yeah. So when are we holding the funeral for Pat McAfee? Because
same could be said for Carlito. He got killed twice.
Because that match is about to be brutal, and he's going to be off commentary for a while, I feel.
I don't know. Pat McAfee must have a pain kink. Because there is no way in hell that
He was only gone for a week after being choked out. And almost throwing up on camera because of that. Like, I kept seeing, like, they kept zooming, like, they kept panning back to him. And I'm like, he looks like he's about to throw up. Get the camera away from him. Don't do this. Don't show him do that on camera. Like, get the camera off of him. Get the camera off of him. Because literally everybody was shitting on AEW just a week prior because one of the wrestlers literally threw up in the ring.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
Because, like, of him having, like, he ended up getting a concussion during the match, apparently, and threw up because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, people were shitting on AEW for showing him throwing up in the ring.
But I said WWE is a TV show about wrestling.
Yeah.
AEW is an indie show that just happens to be on TV. And they keep proving me right. But there's no way in hell as a person that is contracted to be a commentator.
I ain't getting in the ring.
Even if I would, it wouldn't be against Gunther.
I ain't getting in the ring.
It definitely wouldn't be against Gunther. Hell no. That just wouldn't happen. And Gunther can't lose because then that would hurt him. That
would discredit him way more than losing to Jay.
Yeah, that would.
Which people still are mad about the finish. People were mad about the finish of the match because of how quickly he tapped.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was damn near almost immediately. It was almost immediate.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna tap out, if I'm scheduled to tap out and I'm getting tapped out to my own move,
I'm gonna let it hold for a second.
Yeah, like ain't no way you're gonna put that shit on me and then I'm gonna just tap.
Because my thing is, if it's your move, you know how to count. You should know how to counter it.
That and what's going through my head at that particular moment in time is going to be definitely not capping. Like, that's the ultimate disgrace. Like, that's the ultimate insult. I'm not just going to let that happen to me. Hell no. So that happening is something that I definitely would not like. That just would not be something that I would even remotely be okay with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that match needed to go a little bit longer.
That thunder sounded awfully close to the house.
I did not realize that your weather was that bad.
Oh no, it just started. Like it just started. It just started acting up.
But we are actually.
But I'm good. I'm good right now.
Yeah, I know. But we are actually at 2 hours, and we did cover the entire WrestleMania card.
So one thing I do want to mention, I just looked up. When you mentioned Travis Scott, I had to look up the WWE 2K25 DLC.
He's in it.
We don't know. That's the thing. There's a special celebrity guest to be announced for DLC 1 that's dropping on the 14th. So we're a week and some change away from the first DLC, which is Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Stephanie Vicar, and Julia, and then a special celebrity guest to be announced.
I'm willing to bet that it is Travis Scott, because Travis Scott had a they were auctioning off his Cactus Jack set.
Oh god.
And so they made a big deal about that. So I'm pretty sure it's probably Travis.
Gotcha. Why is the second DLC pack literally 2 wrestlers, Abyss and Great Khali, and then 3 soon to be announced NBA players? Why are we getting 3 NBA players in 2K? What are we going to get? Their basketball jerseys as gear? That's probably going to be behind the island paywall?
So 3 basketball players. So I'm assuming Shaq, Rodman, and I forgot the third one. Does it tell us? Does it say who the 3?
No, it just says three NBA stars to be announced is what SmackDown Hotel has, because they still haven't announced it.
And why is Abyss?
Abyss, Great Khali.
I can see Great Khali. Because he, although his on-screen presence wasn't much to be noticed, people when he showed up at house shows, they loved him. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to be in all of the Punjabi matches.
Oh wow.
Right. He was a spectacle. Yeah, exactly, Colbert. He was a spectacle, so he sold tickets.
Damn.
He is what they tried to use Omos for.
That's another name on the list of people that were like, but y'all still have them on, like y'all still have him on the payroll?
Because he's a spectacle. WWE has always had a spectacle.
He puts beyond, like, he gets people to show up to see him.
Yeah, absolutely. The pop that he gets, no matter how ass he does in the ring, the pop he gets when he shows up, it means something. It means something. And so until they have another person that can be a spectacle, Omos will always have a contract.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be honest. It's a win-win for both Omos and WWE. Because Omos probably doesn't complain about anything about his contract. And Omos gets paid to do pretty much nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't complain either. But Abyss, the majority of Abyss's work was done in Impact.
Yeah. Well, he's a producer now with WWE, so that's, I guess, why they're doing it. But also,
do your WWE fans even know who Abyss is?
No. Or even
even care. It's almost like Timu Kane.
Damn.
Timu Kane is nuts.
Damn.
Timu Kane is nuts.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
I am looking forward to the third DLC pack. But there's only one person on the list gear-wise that I'm excited for. We've got Bull Nakano, Jordan Grace, which I'm excited for, like, her gear to see what they end up using from her, like, all of the gear that she has. We got New Jack and Penta.
I am surprised when they Timu Mick Foley is nuts too.
And then our second celebrity guest that they haven't announced.
When they announced New Jack, my jaw dropped. Because anybody that knows anything about New Jack's career, he legitimately was trying to kill folks in the ring.
Oh.
Like, New Jack is probably the reason why certain rules in wrestling exist.
Ah.
Me too, Cole. I thought that was a typo. I was like, no, ain't no fucking way that New Jack is DLC in this game. No way in hell. Like, bro, New Jack? Bro, ain't no goddamn way that somebody thought that was a good idea. Like, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, what is his moveset even gonna be? Because a lot of the moves that he Shake 1 and Shake 3.
I was just about to say, I looked up his Wikipedia and it says he tried to he stabbed somebody?
Yeah.
The fuck?
And then threw their ass off the ladder that was set up in the ring to the floor. To the goddamn floor.
All right, when he gets announced, when his moveset gets announced, we're adding whatever stabbing move to one of somebody from the family. They better start cutting people.
Bruh, like, I will say, it makes an interesting, if they do his moveset true to life,
Mm-hmm.
table matches, ladder matches, and cage matches, and Hell in a Cell matches in mouth are gonna get interesting. They are going to get interesting because this year 2K seems to be hell bent on doing stuff or allowing wrestlers to do stuff that they typically can't allow on actual TV.
Mm.
And so, yeah, we'll see. We will see. Because I knew Jack. And that other celebrity guest is probably going to be Bunny.
I mean, he should already be in the game. Let's be honest.
It's probably going to be Bunny because the two people that they have been talking about are Travis and Bunny. So,
like I said, he should already be in the game. Like he was previous in the game. Like he shouldn't be DLC.
yeah.
If they were gonna bring him back, he shouldn't be DLC.
Well, I mean,
because like his gear is still in the game.
True, but by that same token, Jacob Fatu moveset doesn't even have his name on it.
Yeah, that's bullshit. A lot of I don't think Naomi's moveset has her actual name attached to it.
It's craziness.
Like, I don't think her entrance has her name attached. It still has, like, the generic entrance name that they had changed it to when she left.
It's
2K gotta do some bullshit. Excuse me.
Yeah, you gotta go to work tomorrow, bud.
Yeah, I do.
And
they're teaching us new shit at work apparently tomorrow.
I got a lot I could say about the way that they do your work schedule and all of that shit, but we're not gonna get into that because this show has to go on.
Not here. Yeah, I was about to say not here.
This show has to go on all the streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But want to thank y'all for hanging out with us for episode 3. I'm gonna say this again. Cole, take it easy on yourself. You a back injury is nothing to play with. That shit hurts like hell. Give yourself some grace.
Take all the rest you need. And why am I seeing stream avatars open? Sir, I just saw you open stream avatars.
Just as we are saying, Cole, take it easy. Cole, give yourself some grace. He's like, you know what I should do? I should stream.
Steam,
Wait. I know Gene, of all people, ain't calling somebody hard-headed.
Steam will snitch on you.
Because, Gene, I we have been trying to get Gene to focus. And Gene will look at you and boot the game up anyway while staring at you in your face.
Damn.
Not working on the paper, playing Dinkum.
Ooh.
Rosa. Oh, you've been working. Okay, so I apologize.
Okay.
You was working on your paper with one paragraph left to go.
Awesome.
Big W.
You got this.
You got this. You in the home stretch. You are in the home stretch. And I know that message says that I have been nominated for the BIPOC Award, BIPOC Chatterbox of the Year BIPOC Award. Yes, I was. And I appreciate everybody that votes for me. But Sims actually got nominated too. Sims is on the ballot for the what is it? Cuddle Up and Cozy, I think it is.
Ooh.
Or Cuddle Up and Play. I forget what it's called. But as you go through your votes, for those of you that are voting, go through, make sure that you don't miss out, because some of the homies that are there, can be easily overlooked. So we want to make sure that we that we get a chance to share the love with the homies. Speaking of which, there's a lot of people that are on right now, but I am going to give you a sneak peek of the guest for the next episode. We will be stepping into the ring for episode 4.
Excuse me.
With Mr. Joe After Work. And so we are going to raid Joe. Give me 1 second to make sure that I can spell. So, if I can get some raid commands out, I would appreciate it. Wait, I can do it.
Oh. That's rude.
Oh, shoot. So the first raid message. Wait, huh? What? Oh, that's my fault. I can't spell. I told y'all I can't spell. The first raid message is for followers. The second raid message, is for subs. Grab the one that belongs to you as we raid our dear friend Joe After Work. I told y'all that this season was going to be full of bangers. I told y'all We got more people coming down the line, down the pipeline that y'all gonna love too. I just can't wait. But again, like we always say, we want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thank everybody for showing us love and all of the new things that we're trying. We appreciate and love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed. And in the words of Kohlberg, we out of here. We gone.
Bye.